Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. As I mentioned, I'm going to start knocking out some of these unboxings back to back in quick succession. As part of a recent delivery, I actually got Demo Derby Smashdown in by PLAAY Games. It's by PLAAY Games, but I got it in from Noble Knight. I didn't order it. I didn't order it as part of the Play sale. In fact, my order for the Play sale is ready to go pending any of the new stuff going into it. I expect the first order of that to go out tomorrow when the sale actually goes live. But let's crack open everything I've got from Demo Derby Smashdown and see what all is in the box. I also did get the mat as part of that order, so let's go ahead and crack that open first. So we've got the mat, which is not badly plastic wrapped. It looks like I'll be able to get into it easily enough. A little bit of tape here. Fortunately, I've got a pocket knife in here, which I will need to slice that open, preferably without slicing the mat for obvious reasons. There we are. I'll leave the knife open for the time being, just in case I end up needing it again. Looks like it opens from here. This can all hit the bin. And now we'll go ahead and fold out the mat. Or unroll the mat, I should say. Looks like it's got a reference here for a showdown chart, a car chart, and a skid chart. I actually like the look of this mat, and I'll probably use it when I eventually get Demo Derby Smashdown on the channel. Let's see if I have a hanger for it right now. I don't think I do, especially not in here. But odds are I can track one down easily enough, and I might end up having to go, if I have to go run out a little bit later, I can probably grab a set of hangers while I'm out. But let's get into the game proper, Demo Derby Smashdown. Real Demo Derby action on your game table. It's a classic American pastime, made famous at county fairs and small-town dirt tracks all the way from California to New Jersey. The Demolition Derby. Now, you can have your own smash-em-up action anytime you want it with Demo Derby Smashdown, Demolition Derby Simulation board game. Demo Derby Smashdown generates all the fender-rattling action of a real demolition derby. From bumper-pummeling barrages to trunk-twisting reverse smashes, you name it, you'll experience it. Just like in the real derby, cars can be damaged internally and externally. Get too much of either, and you're done. Avoid the big hits, deal out the damage, and be the last car running. You're the Demo Derby king. Like the real Demo Derby, the action in Demo Derby Smashdown is fast and furious. A typical derby event with a dozen or so cars can be finished in about 20 minutes, complete with smash-ups, engine failures, stray wheels, jacked up trannies, and steaming radiators. This ain't brain surgery, it's Demo Derby Smashdown, proving that simulation board games don't have to be complicated to be fun. Now, just because I occasionally like my dose of mayhem, this seems like it's going to be a very fun game. So, let's crack this one open, and we'll see what's in the box. Once again, we've got a fair bit of tape that we need to get past. Fortunately, a little elbow grease works too on occasion. Well, proverbial elbow grease. That can hit the bin. They were saying that the slipcover was fair. It's actually not in... There's a little bit of damage down here, but it's not actually in... It's actually not in terrible shape now that I look at it. But I think I want to lift it from... Which side do I want? Okay, there we go. We've, of course, got the Play Now packaging that Keith Avalone at PLAAY Games has always done a great job with. But let's crack this open and see what's in here. Once again, we've got our tiny dice in here, which always drive me nuts because they don't go through the tower as well as I would like. Then we've got our group of cars. Actually, we've got more cars on here. I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do with these. I might need to get another set of these off of the PLAAY Games website. Looks probably like tactics cards. presumably red performance chips. I just saw another die in here. Looks like we've got our first group of drivers. This is probably what came. These are probably the drivers that came with the game. Probably a quick reference card from the looks of it. Boards. I don't think this actually came with the game. This looks like it is a reference sheet that whoever owned this game before me had, maybe for a stat league, perhaps. That might be what that's for. We've also got the rule book, which we'll give our cursory thumb through. And we've got quite a few sets of these cars, actually, so maybe I don't need to do anything about... I just want to look for something on here. Looks like these might be... Wow, yeah, we've got... Okay, so it looks like we've got 90s and 80s. Looks like we've got 80s model cars with a couple 90s. We've got several copies of that. Along with another set of drivers that need to get torn out. 2009 Kentucky Border Wars. Then the 60s. Let's see, that's 66 Jupiter Sedan. That must have been a set that got torn out. We've got a few sets of the 60s. Okay, so yeah, we do have the... Looks like these are 60s cars as well. We've got the 66 Jupiter Sedan. Got quite a few sets of those. Then we've got 70s cars. 70s models, I should say. Okay. So, I'm just looking at the models we've got here. The 2009 Border Wars series. That'll have to get torn out at some point. I was hoping to see a notes sheet for these 60s cars, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. Which is fine. I can deal with that ultimately. Anyway, we can throw these back in the box. And we'll give the rule book our cursory thumb through. Play rule books are usually pretty small. I actually want to get these dice bagged up as well. These might be getting... Actually, there's going to be quite a few games with small dice in here that might be getting swapped out. But I'm getting more than a little ahead of myself. I probably don't need the knife now, since our last game to be unboxed on the channel is actually already open. So I'm not worried about that. Let's zoom in on our rule book and give it our cursory thumb through. We can put it right there. Okay. First, setting up. 10 to 12 makes a good event. That'll take about 20 minutes to play. Okay, that's good to keep in mind. Starting the game, external damage, internal damage, targeting symbols, combination results, and skids. Okay, so that's where this reference card is... That's where this reference card is probably going to come into play and help me keep everything straight. Wow, looks like it's a tiny rule book. Should be all of 8 pages, so very nice. But again, play rule books, not usually the best in the world. Okay. And that's it in there. All right, so let me get everything back in the box. Hopefully I can get this all closed back up and back in the slip cover. There we go. And that is everything in the box for Demo Derby Smashdown by PLAAY Games, along with the playmat that comes with it. One more game I want to get unboxed, and then we'll actually have some gameplay on the channel. Like I said, it'll probably be something on BGA at my desk, but we'll see about that. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone.